Hey everyone, it's Bella and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cover your breakouts because let me tell you, my recent trip to Japan did my skin so dirty. Breakouts are a natural part of life. I would never want you guys to feel like you have to cover them up or embarrassed of them because everyone gets them. No one is judging you for them. It's literally your skin. It's normal. Everyone has them and you should never feel embarrassed by something that you can't control. Their skin, they will go away. You know how annoying it can be when you have pimples and you put makeup on but your pimples are still shining through and it can look cakey. So this is for those times where you do want to wear makeup and you just can't seem to cover those annoying pimples. Before we get started, I just want to mention this video is sponsored by Sportsgirl. I'm so happy that they wanted to work with me again. I love Sportsgirl and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. First things first, you want to pamper yourself. When you're breaking out, it is so easy to get down on yourself. I know it doesn't feel good. It's a natural part of life, but it doesn't feel good to break out. So pampering yourself, sitting down, a sheet mask, eye mask, face mask, watch a movie, have some tea, popcorn, whatever you want to do is just going to make you feel so much better and it's going to help your skin out at the same time. My skin has already cleared up so much. I know it doesn't look like it because I literally have so much breakoutage, but my skin has cleared up so much since I've gotten back already and it's only been a few days. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some moisturizer. The one I've been using lately is the water cream from Toucha. Don't touch it. The next and final skincare product that I'm going to use before getting onto my makeup is the Kate Somerville Anti-Back Acne Clearing Lotion. Honestly, this stuff is phenomenal. It has helped my skin clear up so incredibly much. And basically what you do is you just get like a little bit of it. I don't even use that whole thing. So I take one pump, get a small amount on my finger, and then just kind of dab it over your pimples. And just make sure you're only adding a really small amount of this just to your breakouts. And I'm going to let that sink into my skin while I do my eyebrows now. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Pencil. So to start off with, I'm going to be using the Blur Stick Primer. This one is from Sportsgirl to blur out any imperfections because Lord knows I have them right now. And I'm just going to add this to my T-zone where I have like the most pores, which also happens to be where I'm having all of my breakouts. I definitely don't want to do anything to accentuate my texture right now. So I'm going to do everything I can to minimize the appearance of my texture. So as you can see, this side of my face is just looking so much more smooth than this side right now. Zoom you guys right in. Can you see that? The difference? This one looks like airbrushed, honestly, and then this side of my face is like meh. And as you can see, all of those areas just look so much smoother now. You definitely want to make sure you start off with a good base, which is why I do my skincare beforehand because the base is the most important thing in your makeup. And then I'm going to go in with my foundation. This is the Face Base Foundation from Sportsgirl. I am in the shade Medium. I love this foundation because it's the perfect amount of dewy and has the perfect amount of coverage without accentuating my texture. So I'm going to focus most of the product like on my breakouts and then I'm going to be blending it out. Because while I want to cover my breakouts, I don't want to overload my face with products and then make myself seem cakey. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to focus most of the product on the areas that I need it. Now for the most important part of the entire look is concealer. So I have the Take Cover Concealer from Sportsgirl. This one is in the shade Vanilla. Just going to pump some of this out onto my hand, pick up a little bit on my finger, and I'm gonna add that to my blemishes. Then I'm gonna grab a concealer brush. This is from Models Prefer, and I'm just going to pat this in. And I'm mostly gonna pat not on the actual pimple itself, but around it so that I don't move the product off of the pimple. And I kind of focus most of the product on there so it's still concealing, but we're just kind of like blending out the edges so that it looks seamless. And this is a really nice and hydrating concealer, so it's not going to dry out or accentuate your texture at all. Now what I'm gonna do, and this is totally optional, you don't have to do it, but I prefer to use cream products rather than powder, especially so that I don't look cakey. And at a time like this, I definitely wanna look as natural as possible so that you can't see that I'm trying to cover anything. So I'm gonna cream contour bronze my face right now. I'm using the Stila Shape and Shade Custom Contour Duo in the shade Light, and I'm using a Morphe G34 to apply this. I always like to do my cream contour before I go in with my concealer and my highlighting and stuff like that, because that way if I go overboard or I mess up my contour, I can just kind of clean it up with my concealer without having to add more concealer and make myself looking cakey. And now I'm just going to go back in with my concealer, and I'm just going to use this to conceal my face as normal. I'm using a Sports Girl Eye Blend brush. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of liquid illuminator just to give my face that really nice radiant glow. So I have the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer here. If you do have texture where you would normally highlight, I would say either avoid the area or use a highlighter that's not like an intense glow, it's more of like a glowing from within glow. So something more natural, something more wet looking. I'm gonna go ahead and set my T-zone now with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, because if I don't, I mean, like, I'm already creasing, so. I'm also just going to take a little bit of powder foundation to set the blemished areas. This one is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is a BH Cosmetics number 7. Got some of that foundation and then pat it on the blemishes. And I'm also just going to brush away the powder I left at the side of my nose. I like to do just a little bit of powder bronzer, and the one I'm going to be using is the Bronze 02 Matte Radiance Baked Powder from Laura Mercier. This is amazing. It is so lightweight, but it also brings like a little bit of radiance to the face as well. I'm also going to add a tiny little bit of powder highlight as well. So this one is the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Beverly Hills collaboration glow kit, and I'm going to take this shade right here called Daydreamer. I don't know why I've been loving this like peachy highlight right now. I thought I would also show you guys a few highlighters that I would recommend for if you do have texture like where you would normally put your highlighter, just to kind of give you an idea of what kind of highlighter I mean. The e.l.f. Baked Highlighter, this one is in the shade Moonlight Pearls. It's amazing, doesn't bring out any texture, and it's like $3 or something, bargain. The Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powders. Polian Purtis Reflective Refiner Bright Light Highlight Powder. Shit, that's a long name. And the last one I would recommend, this is more of an intense one, but also gives you the same kind of effect as the rest of the highlighters I showed, is the Mecca Cosmetica Lit From Within Enlightened highlighter. I'm just gonna bring a little bit of color back into my face with some blush. This is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush, and it is in the shade Iridescent Flash. And I'm just using a Sigma Powder Blush Brush F10. And this is a Desi Perkins trick that I picked up from watching her Snapchat actually. For really annoying pimples like this, just grab like your brow pencil or a brow pomade and a really, really tiny like eyeliner brush and turn it into a mole. When you can't beat them, join them. And then just take a beauty blender to kind of diffuse it. Alright, now it's time for lips, and because my face makeup is just like so natural and plain, I thought I would do a fun colored lipstick. So these are the Sports Girls Pout About It lipstick, the silk ones. So these are like a new formula. They're like between a matte and a cream lipstick. So I'm gonna go in with this one right here. It is called Soda Pop. These lipsticks are so much fun and they're so comfortable as well. Ooh. Let's just go ahead and try on all the colors because I'm so intrigued by some of these. I'm gonna start off with the weirdest one that I have here. This is called Blondie. This is such a Barbie pink color. I love it.
Oh, party.
And this one here is in the shade Chow. They are so creamy and so comfortable. I can't wait until they come out with a nude because I think I would actually wear it every single day of my life. Oh, my lips look so juicy. These colors make me wish it was summer and I don't even like summer. And the last color that I have here is the shade Bambi. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a few tips and tricks here and there. And if you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!